up, everybody, and welcome back to another reaction video. We're here with your boy Shitface, and I'm here to react to another song. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, punch that like button right in its face, and hit that notification bell so you get notified by that notification bell when I go live again. All the real good reactors have a cool, or just a real cool, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It's your boy Ass Mouth. And, I feel maybe I should, learn how to be cool like that. So, I don't know what I'm doing. There's my intro. Boom. Because for anybody who does not know, which is probably most of you, when I sit down to film these things, it's completely unscripted. I have nothing planned at all. Whatever comes out, comes out. So, that came out. That's what she said. We got East of Eden, This Moment. Nice, more East of Eden, very happy about that one. There's been a significant number of female Japanese bands that I have analyzed lately, and let me tell you, I'm very, very happy because they're all just so amazing. I can't even begin to describe how much good it is. They just don't miss. From what I remember about the last one, there was a sick violin player, a very, very vibrant video, and it was very good. Dude, I'm already pumped. I'm already psyched. Yeah, I was ready for this, but I'm still not ready for this. Got the disco beat. That bass riff. Oh, it's tasty. Wow, the songwriting is fantastic. Wow, dude. So good. Give me that bass line again. I want it. Oh yeah. So good, man. Dude, I'm pretty sure I said this in the very last video that I filmed too, but this is one of the best written songs that I've ever heard in my life. That was amazing. I gotta go back and find this chord progression. That was so much fun. Oh my Lord. Okay, before I go back, the reason that song got me so good was because, not that it subverted expectations, because if we zoom out from a very macroscopic perspective, it was verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. The difference was each part individually and how the transitions went from one part to the next. That's what made this song exemplary. Let's have a look here, because it was more than just here's the verse, here's the chorus. They were using some very intricate songwriting techniques to modulate keys in very technically correct ways. There are part writing rules and rules of harmony and things like that you are technically supposed to follow when you go to change keys. That's not normally how it works, because we're just meathead rock and metal musicians. We just go for it and just switch the key, just raw dog balls out. You know, just make it happen. But there are sneaky ways to modulate keys and things like they were doing that are more subtle, but they are significantly more difficult to pull off in a nice musical way. So I'm gonna learn what's going on here, because this is awesome. All right, I think I've got it. So here's what happened. We begin our journey, our quest, in just the good old C minor, and the verse goes, right? Now, on the fourth time around, I believe it was, it switches. So for the chords that we have, by the way, are C minor, then we got A flat major, and then B flat major. Then it goes to, in that pre-chorus, it goes to a D minor, then it goes to an E major, and that's when we get that really cool bass, that really cool kind of bass line. So it goes, so it goes up there, and then it goes down to an F, to a G, then it sits on an E, and then it does kind of a key change up to an F sharp, and this F sharp becomes that 6 of the chord that they eventually move to, which is B flat minor. This. So it does this, so I'll do it again slowly. So listen to how the song moves. It's very interesting. And that's how it moves into the chorus. So it's very interesting. It's not quite diatonic, but it's like when I played all those together, like nothing really sounded off. Like it would be different if I just did this like, then you're like, I want to change chords. You can do that, but it's a little more noticeable. So that was really fun. I was blown away with the chord choices that they used there. Okay, the last song, crazy nerd songwriting thing that I'll talk about is they use my favorite thing ever. You use this symmetrical diminish scale all in major chords, and this is a very cool way to modulate keys as well. They did this at the end of that epic solo, which I'll talk about here in a second. Check this out. So if you have like major chords, major, and then you would have minor up here. But if you go follow the symmetrical diminished scale, which sounds like this on its own, right? Which sounds very strange by itself, because it's, from here, whole step, half step, whole step, half step,
whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. So it's a very strange scale. You don't normally do those symmetrical things. But if you follow those notes but play them all as major chords, you get this very cool, like... and then you can resolve it. So when you do that, you're basically changing keys every third note. So like here, these two, so C to D, would resolve to E minor. But if you do the half step after it and you go, oops, I can't see. Now you resolve it to G minor here because you're in the, but then you keep going higher. And it would resolve to that. So the point is, as you keep going, you can move keys all around. And they did that there at the end of the solo, which I think was able to bridge it from how it was different in the solo to the key back of the chorus again, which was different than the rest of the song. So much fun. I'm a giant nerd. That was amazing. That got me so much. In other news, we got to talk about the guitar and the violin solo because that was so cool. Again, it was key changing all over the place and doing some really fun stuff. And it was like they were doing some really cool semitonal runs to build in all these cool diminished chords to give whoever was soloing some outs as a jazz player to go and piss off a little bit in some fun scales. Basically, the theory behind jazz is you can play whatever chord you want, doesn't matter, and then you can superimpose your own chords over the top of things. You can basically lose your mind, do whatever you want, because it's fun. It's jazz. That's what we do. But if you impose these very interesting chords that aren't just major or minor, they are something different. Diminished chords, dominant chords, altered chords, things like this. It opens up an entire world of new scales and other ways that you can solo over the top of what's going on that are still harmonically correct. And that's what makes jazz really, really cool. So the reason that I loved these solos so much is that it wasn't just the diatonic minor chords. It was chord in the key, and then a chord with a suspension. Whether it was diminished or augmented, I really couldn't tell. And then it was a chord in the key, and then it was another suspension. And it was kind of moving up in a very fun way. Let me see if I can do this. So you have these chords that are technically supposed to be just... But if you add this... So you have like your first major chord here. Then your second one. To your minor chord. So then what you do is you add this one, which you can do that cool stuff. So you can have like your major, diminished, another major, and another diminished, and then your minor. So it's this really cool, like, and it works, right? And it adds a really cool layer of fun. That was cool, and I mean, I didn't even get to mention how good the players were actually, playing, because those solos were great too. Like, that's one thing that a lot of people can get lost on, is how cool solos can be if you take the time to do cool things with them. Lots of people when they sit down, and I've been guilty of this as well. When you sit down to write a solo, sometimes you're just like, I want to wank. I want to show off and show everyone that I'm the best. And so I'll sit there and you're like, okay, I'm gonna write this really fast part, and then this really fast part, and then this really fast part, and then this really fast part, and all of a sudden you have a solo that's just like, doesn't really make me feel anything, but if you can take the ego and just set it aside and say, I need to write something that melodically sounds good and emotes emotionally rather than egotistically, that's where you get the solos that are amazing. Like this. Now there was shred, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't wank. There's a difference between good shred and wank. That camera just died. There's a difference. And so these ladies were doing very good shred, and it was very, very cool, and it lent a lot to the song. Hit Me Right Here. I loved it very, very much. This camera has 1 minute left. So the last thing I want to touch on was the vocals. Very, very clear. If you couldn't hear, the vocals had very nice tone, very down from the bottom. They didn't sound like this. They sounded like this. They had nice, big, round, warm tone. I loved it very, very much. It was so good. No, it was great. This is the second time that I've gone over my camera's recording time limit because the song was so good. I had so much I wanted to talk about. So it was great. I may cut in with my own camera to talk about some other things, but I'm running out of time here, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So thank you everybody for sticking around to the end of the video. I appreciate it so, so very much. This song was amazing, and I still feel like I haven't done it justice by talking about it enough. But just know, I loved it so much. It brought a tear to my eye. It was amazing. I love it very much. Yeah. If you like what I do and you want to see more things, I sing in 2 bands, play guitar in a third. All the info's in the description below. And on this channel, aside from all these way too in-depth analysis videos, I also do one-man band covers where I play all the instruments and mix and master and do the video all here in this space because I have no friends. So if you want to see that, like I said, hit the subscribe button. And if not, go ahead and get it.